couple potential fights to look forward to. Suga Sean, who I thought a week ago, Suga Sean went and filled the dance card up, but Sean has now gone to social media, I believe Twitter, and said, me versus Dom, meaning Dominick Cruz, December 6th, question mark. I could have the date wrong, but for a December showdown with Dominick Cruz. I want to stay on that fight because that's the fight I want. I thought I was being helpful in this fight. Oh yeah, Dom wants the fight. I thought I was being helpful at one point. I found out that my help was not appreciated, but I still thought I had identified a great fight. I believe Dominick Cruz can be the world champion at 135 pounds. I believe Dominick can beat Peter, and I believe he can beat Aljo. Now, I'm well aware that Jan and Sterling can beat Dom as well. But I think that Dom is that good. I think he is one of the boys to that degree. I think Dom slipping down, being an undercard fight, was somebody writing him off a little bit too early, particularly when he went out and performed amazingly, in spite of knowing these things are against him, in spite of all the stuff that happened and was potentially in the works with Dominick Cruz passing that baton to somebody else, and Dominick showing the whole world, oh no, I'm still holding this son of a bitch. I thought something good needed to happen for Dom. I'm still in that camp. Boom, Suga Sean solves a lot of problems. And Sean is still in that same spot. They can be partners because they got something to offer each other. Suga Sean would like to prove that he deserves to fight for a world championship. Going through Dominick Cruz does just that. Dominick Cruz, in my opinion, this is my opinion, it sounds like maybe Dom doesn't agree with me. Dominick Cruz belongs way up on that main card where Sean has a spot. So now they're partners. We both bring something to the table. We're going to go fight about it, and winner's going to leave with everything. It's a cutthroat business, but we at least both show up with something. Okay. That all died off. Looked like I was the only one that was excited to see it. Michael Bisping was with me. I'll bring Michael. Michael was on board with me wanting to see that fight. Whatever happened, it didn't go. But now Sean is giving us hope that potentially that's back on. So I'm clinging to hope. I'm clinging to this tweet that came out. And Dom is not in a position, by the way, where you are going to use childhood playground antics to get him to do something you want to do. You can get a lot of fighters to fight if you just call them scared. What are you scared? What are you scared? I'm not scared of you. Oh, you must be scared or you're not doing it. You get a lot of fighters to do it. You're not going to get Dom's interest in the least. He's just been there, done that, accomplished everything in two different organizations for too damn long. You're just not going to rattle him. I think Dom, Sean, Arizona tie-in, the way the matchup works, that'd be a big feature bout for both guys. I just think it checks a lot of boxes. Not to mention, that's a lot of fun. That's a very interesting match. Is Dom still as good as I think he is? I think so. I think Dom even showed that in defeat against Henry Cejudo. Dom did some stuff very well in that fight and made that a lot more difficult than Henry, who was on top of the game. Dom made a lot more struggle there for Henry than other guys had. And Sean can't seem to get his respect. I don't know where that comes from. Got a beautiful record, like 14-1 against anybody, sometimes hurt, multiple times hurt, but still winning. I mean, I like that match, and it looks like maybe we've got some hope that the dialogue is back alive. It looks like what I brought you guys a week ago, that Suga Sean's got his next opponent, looks like maybe not. And with all the moving parts at 135, right, the fact that Sandhagen, who just got beat, is now going to fight for the championship. If he wins, means his next fight will also be for a championship. I mean, great things happen. If you have a good attitude, you answer your phone and you say yes, good things happen. Also, got this heavyweight who won over the weekend. Dawkins, am I saying Dawkins right? Had a big win over the weekend. Drew into the Beast. He's going to fight Derek Lewis, I think also in December. But Dawkins, so well respected and got on so many people's radar that he got a fight 2 days after his last fight. That's a positive. I don't know if Dawkins knows that This is a huge positive. I believe he's fighting Derek in a main event. I believe. If I'm right about that, and Derek Lewis, who was just in a main event, maintains his spot even with a loss, Daukaus gets on the card with him, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And it's an opportunity for a major coming out moment for Daukaus, who's wildly skilled, but in a division that is an absolute shambles in terms of clarity. The heavyweight division could not be more unclear. You have the greatest to have done it in Stipe Miocic, who has not poked his head out of the sand in 2 months. We don't know what he's thinking. You have amongst the greatest to have ever done it in John Jones, who says he's coming to it, but he's apparently going to get to 275 pounds, which makes him ineligible to fight because the weight class is 265. I mean, right, do you see where it's a mess? And that's all I'm attempting to prove. You have the heavyweight champion in Francis, who's going to now fight an interim champion, of which never should have been crowned because the fight never should have needed to happen if Francis would have stepped in and defended against Derek. All I'm attempting to prove is that I'm right in my claim that it's a mess to figure this thing out. And now all of a sudden you got Daukaus ready to play with the big boys and potentially a main event. Let me give you a scenario. Daukaus beats Derek. Daukaus then beats Curtis Blades. Let's just say for fun that Daukaus beats Derek and then beats Curtis Blades. Is there a reasonable scenario where he is now the number one contender? Well, if John comes back and if Stipe does this, and do you see how things can change very quickly? And I have maintained for you guys for a period of time, the next wave of heavyweight stars are not being searched for. They've already been found. I maintain for you, the rankings are wrong. Name notoriety is driving that division. In fairness, it does all the divisions. And that the next 5 guys and the top 5 guys that we're going to be discussing in 2023 moving forward are already under contract. Tanner Bozeman's going to surprise some of you guys. Tanner's going to impress you. Remember, I'm the one that told you that. But Daukaus already has. And now Daukaus is broken into the little elitist club that likes to stay over in the corner of the playground and just play by themselves. That's what Derek Lewis is given a major opportunity here. Derek gets a pat on the back from me, plus Derek's turning things around and getting back up, right? That's what a real fighter does. It's not about the punches and the kicks. It's about who gets up after they get knocked down. Derek's showing that. Love the fight. Love the parity. Don't want to give up yet. On Suga Sean and Dom. Looks like a little bit of opportunity there, and it looks like December for us as fight fans just got a lot more interesting.